Hi guys, I'm Norman. I think some of you may know me from Facebook, and today we're discussing my XR8. I've had it for a good few years. It used to belong to my dad. He bought it almost brand new, but bone stock. So I eventually bought it over from him at an excellent price, and I saw the potential in the car. I started racing with it, and initially with a bone stock motor, what I did is I bolted on a 70 horsepower Nitrous kit, and I let have at it, and I managed to run 14.4. In those days it was still Nitro Raceway there at the airport in Brakpan. And then going from there, I decided no, we needed to get the car running as strong as it is on Nitrous, on motor only. So I pulled the motor and we went on quite a journey rebuilding it. What we've done is I've gone with a 650 double pumper, whereas the standard carb was a 780 vacuum secondary. The 650 is a lot more responsive, especially at this altitude. And from there, what I did is I went with a Zhiyun low-rise intake. It's called a Zhiyun Street Warrior. It's actually a very good intake for the height that it is. Normally, a low-rise dual-plane intake runs out of breath at about 5,500 RPM. This one pulls very strongly up to 7.5. It might be out of range, but it doesn't really feel like it's out of range at those revs. Besides the intake, we've gone with Edelbrock heads on a little bit of a budget. The Edelbrock E Streets. They are, as of yet, completely unported. So there's no real upgrades in that region other than bolting on the heads. They do flow very, very well. They're vastly superior to the Ford heads. I've also installed Comp Cam's 290 degree roller cam and some roller rockers. Those do make a difference. The cam itself is definitely ideal for the car's weight, gear ratio, and again naturally aspirated power at this altitude. Finally, what I've done, and some guys may frown, I'm still running cast pistons. The compression ratio as it sits now is 9.3 to 1, and I'm spraying 170 horsepower worth of nitrous on it. So it's a bit of a big shot for cast pistons, and a lot of guys will tell you can't do that. I've been doing it for a good few years, haven't had a single failure on nitrous however. I do plan to up the shot to a 200 shot still. I'm also running pump gas, another thing that guys say is an absolute no-no. It's all in the tune, it depends on your timing, it depends on your ratio, nitrous to fuel, those are the things that you got to look at. Then what I've done to make sure that we don't have failures down the road, I've also gone with a T5Z. It's the same as a T5 in the XR8 dimensionally. It bolts in without any modification, but it's built by Tremec and it's notably stronger than the stock T5. And as for the rear end, it's an M76, which is stock. The car came like that. I'm going to leave that 3.5 ratio. They're very strong. It's basically the independent version of an M75. And I think you guys now have a fairly clear idea of what we're doing here and what we're running in the little XR8. Thanks very much for listening.